He promised I would be the woman wearing that dress.
I never forced her to wait.
Order!
Storyverse presents The People's Courtroom, where every story is heard and every verdict is earned.
All rise. Please be seated. Court clerk, call today's matter. Suit number TPC 002-2026. Miss Amara Daniels versus Mr. David Eze. Claim for damages arising from an alleged breach of promise to marry. Can someone really sue for that? This court will determine the law. Proceed. Appearances.
With utmost humility to this honorable court, I remain T. Adebayo, Esquire. I appear with my learned junior for the claimant, Miss Amara Daniels.
May it please your lordship, I am C. Okafor, Esquire. I appear for the defendant, David Eze. Very well. Let the record reflect that this court seeks only the truth. Proceed. Learned Silk, call your first witness.
Much obliged, my lord. The claimant calls Miss Amara Daniels to the
stand.
Miss Daniels, please tell this honorable court why you have brought this action.
My lord, I met David in 2016. I was 25. He wasn't just my boyfriend. He was the man I believed would become my husband. For 10 years, he told me I was his future wife.
Just be patient. We're building forever.
He introduced me to his parents. He met my own family. He proposed to me. He put this ring on my finger and promised we would soon be married. Every time we fixed a wedding date, something came up. He always had a reason. Let's wait until next year. My finances aren't where I want them to be. I believed him every single time. Then, I got an opportunity to relocate to the United Kingdom. It was everything I had worked for, but David looked me in the eyes and said,
"Don't go. In a few months, you'll be my wife."
So I stayed. I turned down the offer. I turned down other men who genuinely wanted to marry me. I planned my future around his promises. Then, one morning, a friend sent me a wedding invitation. It wasn't our wedding. It was his, to another woman. 10 years. Madam, compose yourself. The witness has not concluded her testimony. Your Honor, I'm not asking this court to force anyone to love me. I'm only asking this court to decide whether someone should make promises that change another person's life and walk away without consequence.
The law has never rewarded deception, merely because it occurred within a romantic relationship. As the Supreme Court observed in Ezeana versus Atta, a mere romantic relationship is insufficient. The court must determine whether there was a genuine promise to marry and whether that promise was broken. Furthermore, in Uso versus Iketubosin, the court recognized that where the facts establish a breach of promise to marry, damages may be awarded. My lord, ubi jus ibi remedium. Where there is a legal right, there is a legal remedy. Our case is simple. The defendant repeatedly made clear promises upon which the claimant reasonably relied, altering the course of her life to her detriment. We therefore urge this hallowed temple of justice to hold him liable.
Very well. Mr. David Eze, you may present your defense. Mr. Eze, did you at any time compel the claimant to remain in a relationship with you?
No, my lord.
Did you ever force her to reject other marriage proposals?
No, my lord. Those were decisions she made herself.
Did you eventually marry someone else?
Yes, my lord.
Was there a statutory marriage between you and the claimant?
No.
Was there a completed customary marriage?
No, my lord.
Was any marriage certificate ever issued?
None, my lord.
My lord, the claimant asks this honorable court to punish my client for exercising a freedom the law protects. Marriage is founded upon the free and voluntary consent of two adults. The law cannot compel affection, neither can it compel marriage. My lord, the Supreme Court made it abundantly clear. In Ezeana versus Atta, a romantic relationship does not automatically give rise to liability. The burden upon the claimant is to establish a genuine and enforceable promise, not mere hopes, expectations, or affectionate expressions exchanged during courtship. My client simply changed his mind. Painful? Perhaps. Unlawful? Certainly not. My lord, pacta sunt servanda means agreements ought to be kept. But before that principle can apply, there must first be an agreement capable of attracting legal consequences. The evidence before this court shows no completed marriage. No statutory marriage, no customary marriage, no legally binding agreement to marry on any specific date. What exists is disappointment. Disappointment, however genuine, is not always actionable. Mr. Eze, is there anything further you wish to tell this court?
I never intended to hurt her. For many years, I genuinely believed we would get married. But people change, feelings change. I realized I could no longer continue. I chose honesty over entering a marriage I no longer believed in. That decision was difficult.
Omo! 10 years is not small, oh. True. 10 years? Even if it's me, I'll bring you to court. This court is a courtroom, not a relationship podcast. Order! Counsel, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Mr. Eze, you told this honorable court that no one forced Ms. Daniels to remain with you, correct? Yes. And throughout those 10 years, you repeatedly assured her that you intended to marry her? Yes. You introduced her to your parents? Yes. Visited her family? Yes. Purchased an engagement ring and proposed to her? Yes. Addressed her publicly as your future wife? Yes. Mr. Eze, kindly look at Exhibit P4. Is that your conversation with the claimant? Yes. Kindly read the highlighted message aloud. Don't accept the UK offer. We'll be married before the year ends. Did you send that message? Yes. Did she eventually reject the offer? Yes. Why did you ask her to reject it? Because I genuinely believed we would soon be married.
Chai. Order.
Ms. Daniels did not simply imagine a future with you. You encouraged her to alter the course of her life because of your promise, correct?
Objection, my lord. Objection overruled.
Yes. One final question. 30 days after ending a 10-year relationship, you married another woman, correct? Yes. No further questions, my lord.
This court shall stand down briefly before delivering judgment. Please be seated. I have carefully considered the pleadings, the evidence before this court, and the submissions of learned counsel. The sole question for determination is a narrow one. Can repeated promises and conduct surrounding an intended marriage create legal consequences where one party has reasonably relied upon them, even though no marriage eventually took place? The law is settled that no court can compel two adults to marry. Love cannot be decreed. Affection cannot be enforced by judicial order. Accordingly, this court cannot punish a person merely for deciding not to proceed with a marriage. However, that is not the case before this court. This court is not concerned with a broken heart. It is concerned with the legal consequences of a broken promise. Supreme Court, in Ezeana versus Atta, made it clear that a mere romantic relationship is insufficient. The claimant must establish a genuine promise to marry and a breach of that promise. In the present case, the defendant admitted under cross-examination that he proposed to the claimant, introduced her to his family, visited her own family, repeatedly referred to her as his future wife, and most significantly, requested that she reject an employment opportunity abroad because they would soon be married. Those were not casual expressions of affection. They were deliberate assurances upon which the claimant acted. As was recognized in Uso versus Iketubosin, where a promise to marry is established and subsequently broken, the law may grant appropriate relief. The ancient maxim says, "Ubi jus, ibi remedium." Where there is a right, there is a remedy. Another enduring principle reminds us, pacta sunt servanda. Serious promises are not to be treated lightly. This court finds that the defendant repeated promises went beyond ordinary romance. By his own conduct, he encouraged the claimant to reorganize significant aspects of her life in reasonable expectation of marriage. While this court cannot restore the years that have passed, this court cannot ignore the consequences of promises deliberately made and reasonably relied upon. Accordingly, judgment is entered in favor of the claimant. The defendant shall pay damages in the sum of 5 million lents for the losses proved before this court. The law cannot force love, but neither will it always ignore the consequences of promises that change another person's life. Court is adjourned. The verdict of this court has been delivered, but the court of public opinion is still in session. Did justice prevail? Or should David have walked away without legal consequences? Tell us your verdict in the comments. Until the next hearing, remember, this is the People's Courtroom, where every story is heard and every verdict is earned.
What would your verdict have been? Subscribe for the next hearing on the People's Courtroom.